So Wynn is now 6.5 months old, and we're going to start adding in some new exercises. What I'm trying to do today is get her to think about which foot she's using on which thing. So we're still not using any unstable surfaces, we're still not using anything particularly high. We are just going to be looking at foot targets and thinking about which leg she is moving where. Okay, so the reason why I'm sitting kind of weird is because I'm sitting on her foot target, because if I don't sit on it, she will try and use it straight away. So I've given her a cue for her front leg target, so we've called that feet, because feet and front end begin with the same letter, and I can just about remember that. Good girl. Feet. Good girl. Feet. Good girl. Feet. Good girl. Toes. Toes. Yes, good girl. So toes is her back foot target cue. Toes, because toes begins with a T and tail begins with a T. So I want the tail end, toes, toes, good girl, on the target together. So feet. Can we do feet? Yes, clever girl. So this gives me a whole new set of exercises that I can start to do. This is sometimes called the elephant trick, feet. And what I want her to do, good, is move her legs sideways. So I don't want her, oh that's not very helpful place, there we go, good girl. So I don't want her flinging herself around in circles, I just want her thoughtfully moving her feet from side to side. So she's thinking about feet, she's thinking about moving her back feet from side to side in a controlled and thoughtful manner. So no wobbly surface. I'm trying to keep her back nice and flat while she's doing this. I want both of her front feet to stay on there nice and solid, and I want her just sidestepping with her back feet. Good girl. Good girl. Toes. 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 Yeah! Oopsie! Nearly. Toes. Toes. Oh, nearly. And that one. Where's that other foot gone? Toes. Toes. Yes, clever girl. Clever girl. Good girl. Well done. Good skills. So, I'm going to have to sit on it again, otherwise she'll get on it. So the idea of this exercise is to get her thinking about where her feet are, and also more aware of which foot is doing what. So front feet on a target, and back feet on a target, and then the short amounts of elephant tricks. So front feet staying on the target and moving side to side. So if I show you what I'm using, it's 2 inches maybe, non-slip. It's nothing fancy. It was made by a lovely client's other half, Wynn. Good girl. So it was made by a lovely client's other half. It's just 2 bits of a aerobic step, bolted together with a bit of yoga mat stuck on top, and it's brilliant. It's a really good beginner level of work, and also for small dogs as well. So if I've got a Jack Russell, this might be the highest that the Jack Russell gets to, but for Wynn, as she gets stronger and develops, she will end up on a I tend to use a toddler step from IKEA for dogs Wynn's size when they get better at it. But I will start off, particularly if they're doing these exercises when they're young, using this low step. So it's 2 inches, not wobbly, not slippery, and that's a really good starting level. So front feet on a target, back feet on a target, and can you step sideways with your front feet on a target. If we're feeling really adventurous, then I might add in a separate back leg target. So if we just move this out of the way. There we go. So we have just started doing this. So tick. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Clever. Good girl. Tick. Tick. Oh, nearly. Not that one. Yes. Good. Tick. 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 Good girl, tick. Okay, send her away, let's see if she can repeat that. Tick. No, not that foot. Tick. Oh, that's both of them. Yes, tick. Tick. Good girl, tick. Good girl. Super clever. Super clever. There we go. Okay, so she's only just started doing that one. So what you saw her do was quite a few of her little tricks, but she can now lift up her front feet. So I showed you that on the first video. That the cue for that is button, and the cue for her putting her back feet, one back foot on a target, is tick. Mainly because I couldn't think of another word that began with T quickly enough while I was doing the exercise. So what I'm using here, this is an unstable surface, but she's not actually really putting very much weight on it, and it's not particularly unstable. So it's a slightly unstable surface. It just happens to be at the right height and in the right place for her to do that. So you could use a small stool, or there's no reason why you can't use the same platform that you're using for the other foot targets. Sometimes I just find it easier for them to use a different object because then it separates the task in their heads. So 6.5 months, and we have Wynn putting her front feet on a target, her back feet on a target. She can put individual back foot on a target, and she can do a little bit of elephant trick. Okay, so those will be foundation exercises for more complicated work later on. They will also help her with her agility, working out which leg to move and which leg to put weight on. So hopefully you found that helpful, and hopefully you found that useful. Any questions, you can always send me a message. Cheers, bye.